And we are live.
Almost.
We are live. We are live. Happy September, everybody.
Yep.
Yes.
And to all my teacher friends, I hope you had a wonderful day back to school.
Yeah, I don't miss the couch or coffee in the morning quietly alone. My pajamas. I don't miss any of
You
it.
don't miss any of that.
Not a thing. No.
Yeah.
Sitting on your porch in the sunlight early morning
I don't miss any
with
of
your
it.
faithful doggy right at your feet.
Well, this is our back to school edition,
Yes.
right? So I thought we could talk about some fun things regarding school, our memories, maybe funny stories, but not to get super serious. But I do want to just take a moment to say that we have all the people from Georgia, the students, the teachers, all the community members in our thoughts for that horrible school shooting today that took place, unfortunately. For us, it was our first day of school. For them, they've been back a couple of weeks, but still, it's not the way you want to start the school year, you know? So, but I hope everything turns out okay. I know they did catch they caught someone.
Well, they caught him. Is
Yeah.
he still
14
alive?
years old. Yes.
Oh,
14.
because usually they, shoot them
Well,
and
yeah.
then you never find anything else
Yeah.
out.
But so anyway, so it was the first day of school for most school districts here on Long Island.
Some started yesterday.
Some
Very
started
few.
yesterday. Amy, how was your first day? Because you are really the only one on the show who's going to school.
It was good. It
All right,
was,
perfect.
All right.
it was
Oh,
the
did you
same as it's
mention
been for
our-
the past 26 years.
Yeah.
My throat hurts from talking all day. And, I put kids in alphabetical order today and told them the rules because I'm teacher A.
Your teacher A. Yes.
I am. So
What does that mean?
it's an inside joke.
Well, we did know, if we didn't know it was back to school, all we had to do was look at Facebook.
Yes.
Because today was the day of,
Can I just interrupt?
you will anyway, so go
Did
ahead.
we introduce our sponsor?
We did, and
Our sponsor.
I'll get there. So today's back to school show is brought to you by Marconi Pizza and Pasta.
Yes, it is.
There they are. They are in Bayshore on Howes Road and Fifth Avenue, and they are our sponsor. So thank you, Marconi's. Go visit them. Tell them that you were guilted into it, and you'll get 10% off.
You needed to do this, though.
Yeah, you gotta get the face to
Gotta get the lips going.
I'll work on it.
So anyway, if you looked on Facebook today and you didn't know it was the first day of school, you do now, right?
Yes.
Oh, I
everybody.
knew.
I
Just from the
posted-
buses on the road.
I posted my Grace started her senior year today.
Ooh,
Easy.
senior year.
Easy, Amy. Easy.
That's it. Then you're done with school.
Well,
Well, you're done with, like,
I'm
you know,
done with
public
not
school.
having to
public
pay
school.
for school.
That's true. That's true. You're still paying for
That's
it, and you'll
true.
continue to pay for it.
Yep.
Do you remember your senior year?
Yes, of
A long
course.
time ago, wasn't
You
it?
remember the first day though? Like, do you
No.
remember how you were feeling?
No,
No.
I don't remember my feelings senior year. I mean, the first day.
You were probably, I gotta get up.
Yeah. Oh, she was
Let
always.
me sleep another half hour.
Yeah, Bridget was not like worrying about her outfit the night before. She was just up, out,
Winging it.
running out the door. Although I do have, well, I did take the liberty, but
It's
of
like shit, apparently.
No,
every
you
day
didn't look
senior
like
year of
shit,
high
I'm just
school. That's
saying.
why I blocked it out.
I did take the liberty of sending Bobby some pictures.
What?
So we're going to start in order.
Well,
We'll start with me because I was so cute in kindergarten.
That's not the first day.
No, it's not because I don't have the family pictures. Next
had
picture,
it.
Amy has them.
You were in an adorable little blue
Go
dress.
ahead, Bobby. Show the next one.
I had a picture of your first day. There is nothing.
you are.
to
There I
commemorate
That was
am.
the first day.
That was the first day. Look at that school bag. Kids today wouldn't be caught dead with a school bag like that, right?
I had to pay $40 for a Disney backpack for Grace. Disney princess.
Isn't she
backpack.
17?
Yes, but they all had their princess backpacks
Today?
Today?
Yes.
Is this a bit that they're doing?
This is something the girls are doing.
Things
so.
are coming
wanna
back
be
in a weird
outrageous.
way.
It really is. They're
Never did I think at 17 I'd be spending $40 on a Disney princess backpack.
That's true. Well,
She better use every day of this friggin' school year.
I'm not the only one who has pictures up there. Let's look at the next one. Who's this cutie?
That's actually first grade.
It's first
Because
grade.
there are no pictures seemingly that existed
You
in
guys
couldn't
kindergarten.
find them.
Grandma really had one speed, and it was pigtails.
Yeah, and
No.
those horrible twisty blue things that hurt so bad.
I loved my hair like
And-
that as a kid.
That was first grade. You sure
Yeah.
that was first, not
Yeah.
second?
I think it was second. The braids were longer.
Yeah.
The ponytails were longer.
Because I was not there for your first day. I was there for the second day. On the first day, I'm sure you wore your Fonzie shirt or something.
Probably.
And I dressed you up
I
on
loved
the
my
second day.
Fonzie shirt.
And
don't know.
the next picture,
Oh,
There I
that's
am.
that was her
Right.
first day of first grade. But look, we're both wearing blue outfits on our first day,
That's
Bridge.
blue. It looks black.
It's blue.
But
Look,
Aw, the same kind
Right?
of vibe.
same
Very
vibe.
cute.
And then I
Well-
found the one below. That was like your first day of like preschool.
Sarah.
And I had
God,
pigtails.
No, that's
Yep,
Bridget.
That was me.
That's Bridget,
That's me.
The little puffy eyes.
Look at that
Remember
giant
the little
backpack.
puffy eyes?
right?
Yeah.
And then go to the next one. I did find one of you and your sister
Oh, my
as
God.
you got older.
Oh, what year was that?
I don't remember.
That was like, I
what.
think she was a junior.
Yeah, that looks like about right.
And then, Mom, you said there were no pictures of you, but I did find one. I did. Go ahead,
Is this
Bobby.
a joke? This is got.
Face and the-
My face.
I scoured the internet for hours looking for that picture.
You're lucky I have a good sense of humor.
Oh, my goodness.
The little red schoolhouse. Oh my God.
And then I did find one more picture, but it has nothing to do with school. But really, I think that I found this picture, and I just think Bridget could really be in the Olympics next year for Australia.
No.
Go ahead,
I'll tell
Bob.
you. I know what this is. This has nothing to do with anything. And guess what? It takes actually a lot of core strength to do that.
That is the best thing I've seen all day.
You know, I just had a good idea. Every week,
That's really good. We
Every
can
week
take it.
we should have another topic and have a picture related to the topic.
should.
Yes, yes.
God
I-
knows.
it
Funny
takes
as
a lot of
birthday.
core strength to do that.
It
by the
It
way.
does. And
Right.
it
Upper
does.
body strength.
And you
Why?
were so skinny.
Why
I'm
were you-
surprised
why were
that
you
you
doing
could.
that?
I was in a hip hop class. I did it in a recital.
Oh, you could have done the Olympics.
That's what I just said.
I could
didn't,
have.
I didn't get the connection till I saw the picture.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh my God. So
I remember
yes.
that hip hop dance. That's when we realized Bridget doesn't have any rhythm.
Oh, you know what?
I have plenty of rhythm.
You know, not
Just
that I have.
after a couple of
I
beers,
don't,
she's
have,
good.
I don't have pictures of myself like that, but another good one will be pictures of you in costumes for Halloween.
Oh, I have good Halloween costumes.
Once-
Oh, I'm sure.
A Halloween episode.
Yeah,
will
a
do
Halloween episode is happening.
that. I have some
It
good
is
costumes
definitely.
over the years.
I just have to. Tara
And
said.
bad.
Tara Marta, who watches every week. Thank you, Tara. Hello. She's back to school and already had a kid carve his name into the desk with scissors.
Nice.
So
Where does she
Better
work?
than
she's in
her.
Pennsylvania.
Right.
What is
Right.
going on there? And then she said she had a school bag like mine, so those big giant school bags.
Well, you
Pretty
know,
funny.
that's what they made. You were
I know.
little, you know.
We used to have a picture of Bridget's father in kindergarten, and it looked like he was carrying a 50-year-old man's briefcase to school.
It's better than back in Grandma's day. They would tie the books together with a leather strap.
That's true. That's true. And they brought their lunch in a
Hey, I
in a
want you
tin
to
can.
know, every school I ever went to is still standing. So there, they
And
weren't
most
little.
of them are Dunkin' Donuts now.
No.
Do you remember your first day of school?
Yes, I do. And it was a long time ago, but I do remember. Now, back then, you have to understand the kids were not as savvy as they are today. You know, the little kindergartens today, they already know the alphabet, they know how to use computers, they know how to do everything. We
Not really
didn't.
anymore, but
And my first day of school was very traumatic.
of course it was.
Because everyone was crying. The boys mostly, not
Well,
me.
that tracks.
I just stood back next to my mother and watched. I was always good at watching. But I do remember my first day. There was chaos. The kids were crying, and the very sweet teacher.
And your mother probably went,
Wow.
look at these babies.
Oh,
Get in there.
She probably said, I'll beat you with a stick when you get home if you don't.
Oh, my
what a
God.
nice memory.
What a
That's-
great memory.
That's good.
That's great.
Perfect for
I
school.
remember in
Sorry.
kindergarten, I was a little rambunctious.
You?
I was. I remember two incidences in particular. I brought my baby doll because we had a kitchen area, right, and we could play at playtime. And I brought my baby, and I decided that in the middle of story time, my baby was going to cry. So I made the crying sound and then got up to take care of the baby. And Mrs. Lindquist, my kindergarten teacher, said, Roseanne, you have to sit down. And I said, but the baby is crying. And she goes, do you want to bring the baby back to school? And I said, yes. And she goes, then sit down. And I went, okay. And I sat down
You,
because I was
you
afraid.
were rowdy?
Yes, a little bit.
Wow.
Well,
I wasn't.
You weren't rowdy.
I
No,
didn't
no.
break a
Do you
single
remember
rule.
your first day of kindergarten?
No.
I did because you were excited. You came home and a girl from camp was in your class, Jackie.
Oh.
Yep.
I actually do remember one traumatic story from school, and it was in elementary school, and it was the day that I got moved to the yellow.
I remember that.
You know, they used to have the green, like, circle. All our names would be on it, and if you were bad, you'd get moved to yellow, and if you were really bad, you got moved to red.
Red,
I was
yeah.
always on green because I was a nerd, and I was a teacher's pet. And one day, I was trying to ask my teacher a question, and I guess I was interrupting her, and she got very upset about it, and she told me to go move my name to yellow, and I still think about it to this day. I wanted to kill myself.
And that might
I
have
was devastated.
that might have been when the nighttime confessionals started.
Mom, no, it wasn't. It was just that I had a lot of guilt over that. And I don't think I ever interrupted her again. So I learned my
I
lesson.
don't
You
think you
did.
ever lost that guilt.
No.
Nope, that stuck with me.
And you know
So
what?
every time you see a yellow light at a
It
traffic stop,
triggers
It's like
me.
PTSD.
Triggers me.
does it?
I remember
Yes.
you telling me that when you came home. You were very upset. You were
How
crying.
long were you in the yellow circle?
Probably like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I will never
Oh.
forget it. I should
What
have been on
grade
some
was
sort
that?
of a watch.
What-
It was first grade. It was Miss Fitzmaurice.
I should have been on what, like a suicide watch?
Yes.
I never got in trouble.
Except
I'm
when
just
you
saying.
smoked in school.
Well, that's high school.
Well.
But I do remember on my first grade report card, Mrs. Savarese did not like me. She said I was too talkative.
Wait a
Um,
minute. That was first grade?
That was first grade. Yeah. I had Mrs. Rothberg for second grade.
Who?
Mrs. Rothberg.
Wow.
But I do remember
She was the one.
my kindergarten teacher was Mrs. Regina, and she was very tall, or I was just very short. She had bright red hair. She wore bright blue eyeshadow. She
Ooh.
was very gangly, and
Very gangly.
she wore bright red lipstick that was always on her teeth as well. That's what I remember. She was so nice, but I just remember, I know I was staring at those teeth the whole time. I know I was.
I think it was Mrs. Savarese who, when I went up to school to see her, yes, because she threatened to leave you back because
Dum da dum dum.
you went into
Stupid
her
alert.
class in the
Idiot
middle
alarm.
in the middle of
Dumb
the
idiot.
year because she was on
Because
tour.
I was on tour, not being taught anything.
Wow.
Right, not being taught properly to work independently. And she said, I might have to leave her back. And I left there feeling so guilty that
Did you tell her no, you're not? She went, okay, and she left.
I pulled it out.
you did.
You know what I mean? It
I
all
think
worked
she
out.
just wanted, I think she was just venting to me, the old lady. She was probably really didn't want to, I don't know,
Yeah.
be nice to me.
But
I was the
now,
mother
Smelled
of
you
a
coming.
Star.
but now, see, it's very different. Like you said, kids are going up reading ABCs. Not really. Not a
Well-
lot of them are going to kindergarten with that knowledge.
Depends on the school district. that
Remember the
they
kid
are.
I told you about when I subbed?
Yeah.
And he comes in the office and he refused to put his shirt and his socks and his shoes on. He couldn't read,
Well, I just meant that the kids.
but he could tell me
No.
life's a bitch and then you die at
No,
5.
I meant that the kids in my day, we were so scared. Everybody was home with their mother, up until the time
Yeah.
they went to school. They had no exposure to other children other than neighborhood, They were scared. The kids today are not scared.
No, the
They're
good old days,
chomping
I
at
wish
the
they
bit.
were.
That's what they're doing.
It's kind of nutty today now,
Yeah. Grace had a similar experience to yours with the yellow.
Mhm.
She was when she was in kindergarten, and every day I went and picked her up. She literally would bounce out the door, so happy, just bing, bing, bing. And this day, she stood behind her teacher like this, looking at me, instantly crying. I didn't even say I thought she was upset because I used to nap in the car before I went and picked her up. I was a little late because my alarm didn't go off. I thought she was upset because I was late, but her teacher was telling me that she got up and kept moving at story time, moving her seat. So she made her go on yellow. And
It's very traumatic and it works.
she was, she was so dramatic. The crying, because all I did was this. And screaming and crying. The teacher was like, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done it. It really wasn't a big deal. I'm like, no, she wasn't listening. That's what
Because
happens,
we feel bad enough already about it.
Right.
So the insult to injury.
Was it you felt bad, or were you just afraid?
No, I felt riddled with guilt.
Okay.
Riddled.
Mrs. Fitzmaurice felt that I interrupted her.
And that's
That's-
very.
So you weren't afraid of me at all?
No, I was afraid of you.
Okay, just want to
I
make
would
sure.
hear your little feet stomping down the hallway when I was in my room in the mornings, and I would jump out of bed like I'd been up for several minutes already, because I thought you were going to kill me if I missed the bus one more time, which I did devise a system for, by the way.
You did.
Because
It
my
was very
bus-
clever.
My bus is supposed to pick me up at 6:50, which is too early. And then it would go around the rest of the neighborhood and pick up the rest of the kids, and I would have to pass by the block again at like 7. And so I would always miss it at 6:50, and then I would just wait on the other side of the street at 7. And my bus driver told me many times, you're not allowed to do this, but I did it every single day. And she
And-
always let me on.
What grade was this?
All of high school.
Oh, high school.
All
Yes.
of high school, yes.
I was tired. I was up until all hours of the night
Yeah.
Studying.
Uh-huh.
That is true.
for
That
all
is
of my
true.
AP classes.
That is true. That is true.
What would you say was your most embarrassing thing that happened in school?
Bowling ball.
No, that wasn't in
Already told the
school.
bowling
That
ball.
wasn't
No,
in
I
My
told
school.
that.
friends.
But in school.
Was it
I don't know.
Kiss
I
Me Goodnight?
remember- No.
Kill me now.
Kill me,
or
Kate.
Kill me, Kate.
All of my
Um,
musicals. I remember one time I was at Brownies, the Girl Scouts, and
It's terrible.
at Brownies we do a craft, a snack, or whatever. So we're sitting in the art room at school, and I'm sitting there, and I was like, I don't really feel that good, and I was gonna power through it for Brownies, and then all of a sudden I threw up everywhere, all over the table, and they had to move all the craft stuff, and I had to go home, and it was really embarrassing.
And I got called to go pick her up. And I get there and she's laying in the nurse's office with a big silver bowl next to her
Yeah.
just in case.
Because those things are bad because people say, oh, no one's going to remember that ever happened. Well, guess what? I remember that Connor Thellman threw up behind me in science class in 7th grade. I'll never forget that.
Ooh, ugh. Yeah, I remember a kid throwing up too. And I could see what he had for breakfast.
Oh.
Ew, TMI.
That's the one thing I always tell my students. If you feel vomitous, just go. Don't tell
Yeah.
me. I don't want to know because if you vomit next to me, it's not
You're
gonna
gonna
be-
You know,
vomit.
I never had a student throw up in class,
I did once.
but I
in the
did have a
garbage.
student when I had just become the computer consultant, and they had all these rules about getting new equipment, and you had to really take care of your equipment. And it was my first year, and I didn't want to, rock the boat. And this kid vomited all over a keyboard. So I had to evacuate the classroom. I got like 3 pairs of rubber gloves. I have to pick it up. I bring it in the bathroom. I'm plucking the letters out of. I cleaned that keyboard. And when I was
Ew.
all done, I told my supervisor what happened. He goes,
Just throw it
Oh my
out.
God, you should have just thrown it out and got a new
Gross.
one. But I was like, I was afraid. I didn't know if
Yeah.
I could get a new one. That was the only time that was disgusting.
Well, I will never forget in the 8th grade. It's a very tumultuous time in a child's life,
is.
is 8th grade.
Absolutely is.
And I don't know if I told this story on here before. I don't think I did. I know I've told the story before, but I don't think here. And it was the end of first period, and I went to my locker, and I looked down, and I had on a button-down shirt that I loved. This shirt, it was so comfortable. And I looked down, and the buttons were open to here and pushed over, so my boob was exposed.
Did you have
I
a bra
went-
on?
Nobody
Yeah.
told you. I
But I
guess
was
they
like-
were doing it.
Oh, I hope that just happened. So I just fixed it, and I went on my way, and nothing for the rest of the day. I
Nobody
was
ever
like,
said
"All right."
anything.
No one said anything until 8th period. Paul
Oh.
Sanfilippo, if you're out there, fuck you. I walked into 8th period, and Paul Sanfilippo said, "Oh, she noticed that it was out. Too bad." And I was like, now, mind you, want to talk about traumatized? Did you ever see me wearing a button-down shirt?
What?
And
No?
if I do, guess what's underneath it? A tank top.
Yeah.
Never again will I ever go through this life with a button-down shirt
Yeah.
without a tank
Well,
top.
in high school, they used to stand at the end of the track for the 50-yard dash and yell, make her run, and they called me robust.
Yes.
It's pretty clever.
It's
Yeah.
pretty clever, but I mean, today I could have slapped him with a DASA thing or whatever,
Yeah.
but I used to walk, and they were like, make her run, and I used to look at the gym teacher like, it's not happening. But when I look back at pictures of myself in high school, they were not that big, so I must have been big.
Yeah, they were.
I guess they were. I don't remember them
They were
being.
For a high schooler,
Enormous.
probably.
I guess maybe, but yeah, and
Don't
they
you
got me
remember
the bra
the bra.
for my 18th birthday. They got one of those giant like
Grandma bras.
44
Yeah.
double H bras, and they had ironed on robust across the front of it.
This was in school?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
I
drama
remember
club.
that.
Oh, the drama club.
Yeah,
Those theater kids.
they're crazy. They're crazy.
Wild.
Right up there with the band
Crazy,
geeks.
crazy Katzenjammer kids.
So I think we're getting a lot of comments from some people. I think we're going to take a quick break. We're going to hear from our sponsor, Marconi's Pizza and Pasta, and we will be right back.
Marconi's of Bay Shore is a family-owned restaurant, and our passion for food shines through in every dish. Our dedicated and friendly staff is committed to providing exceptional service. Savor our scratch-made pizzas and a diverse range of pasta dishes, both crafted with care and the freshest ingredients. Planning a special event? Let us cater your next celebration with our delicious Italian cuisine. Visit us at 73 Howells Road, Bay Shore, New York, or place your order at 6-316-65-2524.
And we're back. Here we
Hello.
are. So visit Marconi's Pizza and Pasta, Bayshore, Howells Road, and Fifth Avenue.
Yeah,
Say you were
please.
guilted into it, and you get 10% off.
Go,
so
go.
that would be good.
Go. Well, I don't know. What did we do? What
Well, we have a. We're not going to
Oh.
be here next week.
True.
Right.
Are
We
you
are.
going to be here next
We'll
week?
Negative.
see.
Huh?
Negative.
Why aren't you going to be here?
Are you going to be here?
We'll talk about this another time. You guys are going off to.
Italia.
Right.
Sicily. We're not going to
Sicily.
Italy. We're going to Sicily.
Well, that's in Italy.
No, it's not. It's when people from Italy,
Sicilians.
when people from
You'll piss them
Sicily
all
hear
off if
you
you
say
say
you're
that.
going to Italy, they go, "You're not going to Italy. You're going to Sicily.
Which
It's
is
a different country."
It is not. We've talked about this. It's a different
I'm gonna look it
province.
up. Let me
It is
fact check
in
it.
Italy.
It's not in Italy.
Mom, it's part of Italy.
It's like an archipelago.
That's not even a word.
Yes, Sicily
it
is a
is.
region of Italy.
It's a region, but it's not in Italy.
No, but it's part of Italy. It's not its own country.
Okay, but we're going to Sicily.
Sicily, and it
Which
should
is
be a
in
great
Italy.
time.
It's going to be
judging by
great. I
how
can't
that's
wait.
My mother's gonna walk all around Sicily
Wow,
saying,
it
"I
takes
can't believe
10
we're not
hours
in
to
Italy."
fly there.
It takes a bit to fly
You're
there.
in the toe of the boot.
We are in the toe of the boot. We are very far
long does it
into
take to
the.
get
It's
there?
going
It
to
says
take us
10
about.
hours and 35
Well, we
minutes.
have
I
a
guess I'll never be going to Sicily.
we have a little layover in Rome,
Yeah.
and then we fly to Palermo, and then we have to drive an hour.
Actually, it
I wanna
breaks
come
it
to
up
Sicily.
that it doesn't feel as long as a straight through. It really does.
It does.
That is
And,
true.
You know, it won't be so bad.
It won't be
Listen,
so bad.
People fly to Hawaii and they're like happy about
And
it.
Hawaii is a lot longer.
Mm-hmm.
How long is that?
It's like
13
13,
hours.
14
Oh,
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a long trip.
Excuse me, I'm
So-
exhausted. I got up at 5 today.
I mean, do you
too
believe
much.
this over here? She goes back to work one day and she's yawning.
2 days.
One day officially.
Dude, I still had to be there early yesterday.
How early, Amy?
I had to be there regular time.
And what time did you get there?
Regular time.
Because you got a new principal, so you're
there at
you're pretending
7:30.
you follow the rules
I followed
for the first couple of
rules.
weeks.
I'll say something that offended me this morning.
Oh, please
I
do.
texted my mother last night because this is
I was asleep.
This is topical to the podcast.
Okay.
I texted her last night. I said, "Do you want to walk in the morning?" And she said, "What time?" I was gonna go to Body Pump, and then I said 7, and she didn't answer till the morning. She goes, "I really don't want to miss class because she is so far up Nancy's ass that she couldn't skip Body Pump to come walk with her daughter."
No, that is not it. Now, let
And
me
that's what
tell you
happened.
why I have been so regimented this week. Have not missed one day in the last 2 weeks, and I was definitely not missing this week
Do you have an enemy or something?
because she said to me on Monday a little comment because she bought a bathing suit that, shock of all shocks, it's too small for her. And I said, wow, it was even really tight on me. And she says, well, maybe I'll try it on. And I go, Mom, it was really tight on me. She goes, I see the little back fat over your bra. All right.
Okay, so
That's mean.
That's
you
tough.
know I meant it with love.
I know. I also mean with love that at least it's not a prime rib like yours.
Hey, listen,
So that's why I needed to go to Body Pump because we were working the back, a lot of back
Well, see, I
exercises.
did. I did you a favor.
body shaming.
You
But-
body shamed
But
me.
I motivated her.
But today they
I've
call it
done some push-ups.
today they call it body shaming, and you could have a harassment suit filed
I
against
have
you
been
for
body
that.
shamed by you on more than one occasion.
That's because I don't think.
True.
So I admit it.
Well,
I admit it.
but I did say
I
to
know.
you, but I usually
up.
walk on Thursdays.
Which is the day that I have an early meeting at work. So you will be walking independently of me
All right. Well,
because I can't miss that.
well, I have to go walking early because I have to clean $30 worth of Blue Claw crab tomorrow because I invited them for dinner.
Oh, God,
my two
$30.
daughters and their significant others to come for dinner before I go away.
You know, the matriarch though never gets invited
You
to
always
see her granddaughters before she goes away.
So I was just figuring you invite someone for dinner, right? You make what you want to make. And then she drops the clam sauce
Crab.
bar on me. Yep.
I
Crab
just
sauce.
said maybe if you wanted to make that.
Maybe. So now, yesterday I had to murder
Wow.
13, 14 crabs.
It is inhumane what they
It
make
is
you do.
very. I was like, are they alive? He goes, of course they're alive. I was like, can you kill them? He's like, no. And I went, ugh. And so now they're in my refrigerator and I have to clean them.
That is one
But-
memory I have of our father. I don't like to talk about him. But I do remember being across the street at Mary Morrow's house, and he had the crabs. They were making sauce, and he held the crab on its back, and he rubbed its stomach
to relax
until
it.
it fell asleep, and then he dumped it in the boiling water.
Well, at least he let it go into
That's
a
what I
peaceful
remember.
sleep.
How did he hold it in his hand? I
The
was
angel
trying to.
of death
You
he
can
is.
hold it like that.
Ah,
You gotta hold it from the back of them so their pinchers can't get you.
Angel
I
of
know. Well, I put them in the trunk
That's pretty much what he did to me too.
You put them in the trunk. You really made it a
Why, he
whole
put you in the
scene.
trunk?
No,
Well,
I'm
no.
saying just full sense of security, and then just drop me into a hot pot of boiling
Hot
water
pot of boiling water. Oh,
of
right.
life.
You threw them in your trunk like they were criminals.
No. Well, they were in a thick plastic bag.
Did the cops chase you home?
Suffocating
too?
to death.
They were in a thick
Yeah.
plastic bag, and the guy
Did
told
they all have
me
blindfolds on?
the guy. They were pulling at the wires to let the police know. The guy
Little
told
zip
me that
ties on their
once
claws.
Yeah.
he sold crab to this woman, and they chewed through the bag, and while she was driving, they were biting at her ankles.
Pretty funny.
And so I was like, "You're going in the trunk," and I put him in another
Did you
bag.
see like a
Imagine
horror
that story
movie?
from their point of view, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like Finding Nemo.
Right? That
Oh,
would
yeah.
be a very poorly ending horror.
But
It
could you
would be.
imagine a crab coming up over the car, back seat, and on your shoulder, and then right in your
Right.
neck?
right,
the
right in my
jugular.
neck. Yes,
To your jugular.
crab death.
Well,
That's what it
I
would've
hope
been.
the sauce is good. They're dying for a good cause.
The sauce will be. I will be starting that tomorrow.
Let me ask you, what were you gonna make if I
I-
didn't bring that up?
I actually was going to make.
Bam.
No, I was going to make salmon
I already had
and-
salmon this week. Thank
That's
God I
even
said
worse.
that.
and shrimp. I was going to do it in my special sauce, and I was going to put
What
it on.
special sauce?
I use a little hot honey, a little paprika, a little oil, garlic. I got a whole thing. Put it in the air fryer on a bed of spinach
Air fried
and
spinach.
not the spinach, sautéed spinach. And I was going to do some rice and whatever. But, if you want me to slave away for hours.
Oh, it doesn't take hours.
She's
to
retired.
make-
You said to me the other day, the days are the worst.
Yeah, but now
So
I
this'll
have.
really give you.
But now I
something to
have
do.
another job.
Days are the
I
worst.
started another little job.
We are so different.
You
I
always have a
barely
little
went
job.
outside during the summer.
Yeah, that I don't understand that. I don't understand that not going out. I was out all the time, even if it was 100 degrees and I was literally melting on my balcony. I was outside.
Nope.
Yes,
Now-
it was amazing.
I don't know if anybody has noticed this stunning ring. Look at, you can see it from a mile away.
I was looking at the necklace.
Oh, the necklace. Yeah, that's
Sarah gave that to me. Sarah and Brian gave that to me
For what?
as a thank you.
Very nice.
Isn't that pretty?
yes.
Where's the ring from?
Oh, that is from her appetizers. She took that. It's an appetizer plate
What?
that she made into a ring.
No. This ring I got when I was in Avalon,
ordered
New
some
Jersey,
calamari
from a
at an Italian
boutique.
place.
It was from a boutique, and I got one, and my friend Terry got one, and her friend Julie got one, and we are like
It's a secret
Wonder
code
Twins.
ring.
It's a Dakota ring. It's a secret Dakota ring. And the woman said it doesn't tarnish, it doesn't turn your finger green. And
How could it turn? Where is it
magic
turning?
gold.
like the gold doesn't get icky or whatever, and I like it. I
Is
think
it
it's
gold
cool.
or is it gold plate?
It's gold plated, but she said it's really good quality, so
It is.
I like it. I thought it was cool.
It is.
and
And in a
different.
pinch, you could have some tapas off of it or something.
I hate you.
Just saying.
Mix up a little cement or
Yes, just a
Or-
little.
plaster of Paris.
If you're painting something, you need somewhere to hold your paints.
Maybe. So I do have a little something to share with you guys. I don't know if you remember. A few months ago, I had to
yeah.
go into Brooklyn, and I was doing a project. I didn't really know. I didn't know what it was really for. I just knew that it was an acting gig, and they were paying me for it, and I didn't know how it was going to be used.
Was it an acting gig in the projects?
Did you
No.
do a porno?
No. No, but I got an email from the girls who directed it and produced it and everything, and they saw it on Facebook, Instagram rather. And so it's an ad. So I sent it to Bobby, and I thought maybe we could watch it. It's very short.
Yeah,
Let's put
because
it
I
up.
couldn't see it. It
Okay,
was so
Bobby, do you
little.
have it? The video?
Bobby left.
Bobby left.
He's out here.
So whenever he's
There,
oh,
wait.
here he goes.
This is me and my mom splitting a sandwich. This is us at yoga, our salsa class. This is me and my mom paddleboarding. Yep. Yep, I showed her the cruise.
ChemCheck matches you based on actual chemistry.
Doesn't breathe when you eat. I know, it just shovels it in like an animal.
Date smarter, not harder.
That's a little dating app thing.
line.
So
Was that you in the first scene walking? by
No,
the
I was-
water?
She had one line at the very end.
Oh, you were at the end?
Bobby, can you just
Maybe let's
play it again for my mom?
Play it one more time.
I thought it was all you.
Just one more time.
Well, you know, it's grainy.
It's not grainy.
Yes, it is.
Pay
It's
attention,
grainy on
woman.
this.
This is me and my mom splitting a sandwich. This is us at yoga. Our salsa class. This is me and my mom paddleboarding. Yep, I showed her the cruise.
ChemCheck matches you based on actual chemistry.
Doesn't breathe when you eat. I know, it just shovels it in like an animal.
Date smarter, not harder.
Days did that take?
That took literally
3 hours.
no. It took literally like an hour and a half. They did the whole shoot in one day. They were young girls. They were amazing. They were so much fun. And they sent us an email. They sent us the link. So I'm going to be posting it on my Instagram just to show everybody. But
Do they have a dating service?
I'm not sure. See, what I think it was, they told
Once
me.
again, Roseanne has no details.
I have no
idea.
details. I just, there was a gig. I
She
went
just
to
shows
it.
up. If they would have went, show us your boob, she would have went, what's this for?
Is that really cool? This ad has
true.
full frontal nudity.
Put your hand out. We're going to put something in it. Close your eyes.
No, just take this little white pill. You'll be fine, really. No,
You'll wake up and not even know what happened.
The way they explained it to me was they were doing this to show that they can write and produce and direct for advertisers. So check might be an actual dating app. I don't know.
It might. It's probably not.
It probably isn't
Probably made
though.
up.
But it was still fun.
Because if it was, you'd be on it.
That's true. And I would probably still be a massive failure.
Maybe you'll find a Sicilian.
They're hot-headed.
If not, you can hop over to Italy and find an Italian
I
guy.
can. I can just go
Completely
to the
different
next
country.
country over.
Different
Oh,
country.
stick a sock in it.
Well,
Maybe you'll find a nice Sicilian.
do they exist?
Isn't Otto Sicilian?
No.
No. No.
Never mind.
He's from Italy, not Sicily.
What is he from? Where is he?
Bari.
Bari.
The Amalfi Coast.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's why he's so easygoing. That's why he
Well,
could put up with her. If he
maybe-
was Sicilian,
maybe
she'd already be
you
at the bottom of a river.
Maybe
I
you
was
need a spicy
Sicilian, I'd
No,
Sicilian.
if he was
And
Sicilian,
if I was, if he was Sicilian?
you'd be at the bottom of a
No,
river.
I was married to one,
Well, just because he was
Which
weak.
one?
the second one.
Second one.
What was
Maybe-
the first one? What am I?
Napolitano.
Napoli
Don.
Don.
Right.
Maybe what?
Actually, no,
Maybe
you're
you
from
need a spicy
Foggia, which is
Sicilian.
a province of Lucera.
What's that?
Lucera.
Napoli Don?
Yeah.
Okay.
Napolitan. It's too much.
What?
Let's not get into it.
No,
I
no.
can't
What's
do
too
this.
much?
I
Well,
can't.
I said
what-
Napoli Don.
What,
Mom, it's not Napolitan. You're doing come on.
that's
it's
a-
Naples.
no, it's if you're from Naples, you're
Napolitan.
Napolitan.
Okay, but she's saying Napolitan.
Napolitan.
with a B.
Napoli Don.
Mom, stop. It's too much. I can't.
And where are you from? Where is the region in Ireland that you're from?
Oh, I'm from County Cork.
No,
you don't even know.
I don't know.
She doesn't even know.
And there.
But I know I'm Napolitan.
Well, you're a little bit knobbly, Don.
I am.
You are.
I'm
And I'm a
Scottish.
little
You
bit rock and
realize
roll.
that you have
Well, wouldn't I-
Italian
Of course.
blood in you?
Wouldn't it? I would say about half of it is, no?
Well, no, not
No,
half.
no,
Because there's a little,
75%.
there's
You
a
have-
little German.
You got
have,
some of that
you know,
German in
You
you,
have
too.
a tossed salad in there.
Oh, God.
You have half Irish.
Okay.
Yes, you're
From-
totally. Well,
I think that
maybe.
was actually, I think it was County Kerry. I don't know. Don't you have the coat of arms or some crap like that?
I don't know where. I gotta
I don't
ask
know.
someone.
Ask
where
your
I'm
father.
from.
How about
I do
that guy?
believe. Didn't I give you a coat of arms scarf or
Yes.
something from?
And I wear it religiously.
No,
as
you
it
don't. You
Gets
probably don't
a
even know
chill
where
in the
it
air.
is. You don't
I
even
do.
know where
It's
it
in
is.
my closet.
It's in the
And-
donation
And I'll
basket.
tell you
Cork.
what. I had the thought this morning. I was, it's a little brisk out. Let me get my coat of arms scarf out and put that around.
And
Actually,
wrap it around
no,
your
no, no.
neck.
Mom.
I love that
Stay
scarf.
single
Mom.
I love
forever.
it.
It's actually hanging right next to her Harry Potter scarf. So she has a
English
choice.
and Irish.
It's too much.
Everything is too much when it's on you.
Well, because I
You just called my
Wait.
ring a tapas
I
plate.
sent
You-
her a
funny.
picture of Grace dressed as Harry Potter. for a party she went to. She writes back, "I have 2 wands if she needs one."
Oh yes, I do.
I do have
I
2
was just going
wands.
to say, is it
One
next
that
to
would be
your
fully
wand?
functional at Harry Potter World, mind you.
Well, you
It's not
must go
dorky
back
at all.
there.
And you know what? If you guys
I
went
know
to Harry
someone
Potter World,
else.
you would be yucking it up, casting spells. You'd have a great time.
I know.
I would, but you went with your friends and you left your mother behind.
Oh God.
I think it's the only thing worse than going to Harry Potter World with your friends is bringing your mother to Harry Potter World with your friends.
That bumps it up to a whole nerdy notch.
Right.
Where
But
is this
she's
from?
a
Oh, this is
cool
That's from
mother.
Napolitano.
No, it's from Chile. Chile.
It's from
Where'd that come
Naples.
from?
It's from Chile.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Sierra Batuco.
the
where
wine
that's
I
from.
had this evening at the
She couldn't
restaurant
speak
was
a foreign
from
language if
Chile.
she tried.
I have an excellent ear for
What
languages.
is this,
Oh,
though?
God.
What is it?
It's a Cabernet.
Oh.
It is a Cabernet Sauvignon.
I do not. I had a poor
Is that
student
like-
today in the hallway asking me a question in Spanish, and I just looked at him and I went, I don't know.
Who asked you that?
Student.
Asked you a question?
He was speaking completely in Spanish, and
He was
I
probably
said
new.
Inglés, and he looked at me and I went, I don't know, bro.
You should just say, yo no sé.
I don't know.
So Otto said,
He figured it out.
Siciliano, Italiano, Napolitano, Barisi, Bari, Sardinia, they're all Italians. Grazie,
Yeah.
Otto.
Well, tell him I doubt very much that you're all Italian.
Uh-oh, here we go.
And,
Them's fighting
And-
words.
Oh, Otto's stopped watching. There.
and Otto just shut the TV off and he's canceling his ticket to Sicily as we speak.
Oh, is he? Mm.
He
Probably.
might go to Italy instead.
He might go.
All I'm saying is most
Do you think
Sicilians.
do you think we're leaving out of JFK or John F. Kennedy?
You know what?
There it is.
And there it is, right back at me. You make an innocent mistake one time as a youth.
How
You were a
young?
little bigger than a youth.
How young?
I think I just didn't
You-
put it all
Yeah,
together.
you were driving age, so.
Well,
You didn't know whether to go to JFK or John
She
F.
goes, am I
Kennedy?
flying out of JFK or John F. Kennedy?
no, I did. That's not what happened.
What?
All right, I'll tell the story that actually happened because you forced my hand. What happened was, you said, "Were you flying out of Kennedy?" And I said, "JFK," because
Oh, that's right.
Because young people don't refer to it as Kennedy.
Kennedy.
We talk about it as JFK.
And I said, that is Kennedy.
Listen,
And
I can be
hence
a little slow on the
began.
uptake.
That's okay.
And
Because you're still
John F.
100
Kennedy
times smarter
is-
than the three of us sitting at this table, so that's why we
don't
make
know.
fun of
I
you,
don't know
because
about that.
she is.
Right.
She's smarter than you, she's smarter than me, she's smarter than you.
Wow, it's high praise.
How smart.
We all have
Very
our strengths.
smart.
No, should we have some sort of a trivia game?
I mean,
Some
We
sort of
all
a Jeopardy
have our
game.
strengths.
We
If
should do
it's
a
nerdy
Jeopardy.
word
I-
game, she wins.
I'm no good in competition.
Why? I feel like you and me could face off at a Jeopardy. It would
I
be quite
can't.
entertaining
When-
because.
I'm not good under pressure.
Oh,
well, then maybe I will have to, for a future show, we'll have to write a
we should
Jeopardy
put together a
game.
Jeopardy.
Fine.
Right.
You do that, but don't look at me to answer
Saying that we're
anything.
going to do these things. and-
Well,
I think
you know
we
what?
should really-
I have to do them, but I am only one person and I'm very busy.
You're retired.
But I have things that I'm doing.
Work,
Work.
shop,
And
retire.
Doctor's
yeah,
appointments.
the shopper could be a little bit
Marshalls?
more of a help.
I don't have to be. I am a patriarch.
No,
Matriarch.
you're a matriarch.
I'm also a patriarch.
It's
You are
2024.
not.
She could be a patriarch. If
I
she
guess you
That's right.
identify as a
You identify
patriarch.
as a patriarch, you're good.
It's the wine, folks.
Oh,
I'll tell
fantastic.
I'll tell you what, you'll probably be a better father than the real one was.
Oh!
I have been, and I was, and I will be.
And you will continue
Do that.
to.
So there.
Yes, so where were you last week that you couldn't be at the show, Bridget?
I had a comedy show.
For how many people?
3.
Like 26, probably. Listen, I need to get back in
Was
the
it a
game. I was
paying
rusty.
gig? Was it a paying gig?
I got paid $20 which is more than I'm getting paid to
Gas
be here.
money.
No, actually, this costs you money
Yeah.
now from now on.
I don't think it does. Anyway,
It does. It's
we'll
gonna
go with
have.
it. Anyway, I feel as though I was rusty, so I'm trying to get back in the game a little bit because the summer is a little light. So I need to make sure that
Do
I
you
don't
have
lose
new
my
material?
edge. I have some things that I'm working on,
Working on this.
Yes.
Working on.
so
When
I'll
will
tell
they-
you when it's
When will
in
they
production.
be finished?
I'll tell you when to come to a show.
Because your mother had some new material, and I enjoyed it immensely.
I will tell you.
I got a
when the
compliment.
material's
That's like the highest praise. Like when I leave a show and she's like, "You were funny. That was really good." I'm like, "Oh yes,
Because if you're not, she'll be the first to tell you.
100%, 100%." But you know, I think that it's your mother's job in some respect to keep you on level ground. Sometimes you kind of come
too
on like a
level?
hammer.
A little too.
Maybe you wanna
but-
just
but
tap
I never-
tap us into the ground.
No,
Don't
I never
sledgehammer us into
perceive
the ground.
anything I say to either of you.
as bad.
Right. In my mind, it's jest. It's in jest. And
The back fat comment.
yes.
Jest.
Yes.
So, in the limo on the way to my wedding
It was
a
in
good time for a
jest.
joke?
It was in jest. I needed.
I
Aim, just-
don't think so.
Just
little
tell that one
levity.
again, just
I
for
think
the.
we told that story.
I know. Tell it one more time for people who.
Well, it was
I don't.
hot.
But wait, let me just say.
She
that
never remembers.
I do not remember
She
saying
never
that.
remembers.
Well, I had a witness, so
And I remember.
I don't remember.
it was hot.
'Cause
I
I
had
said
a
it in
garter
jest.
on because that's what you did.
And you were wearing stockings.
And I was wearing stockings, which is all those things are not me. Hot stockings on any of it.
God.
And I was like, oh God, I go, this thing is so annoying. And my mom said, well, they don't make garters for bigger legs.
well, okay. What's so wrong with that? It was the truth. What?
Moment of silence for that.
It was my wedding day. You don't want to fat shame someone on their wedding day.
Will you stop with the fat
And I just
shame?
sat there in the back seat like,
Oh,
And I just-
stop it. Oh, you would have thought I would have said that your legs were fat.
You did!
No, but
In
I mean,
essence,
what do you think? I mean,
just like when you told me that the mirror I was looking in, that I thought I looked okay and was a skinny mirror. Remember that one?
she never
gym.
remembers. That is
was
an
at the gym.
amazing gift you have. The ability to
forget.
say something mean and hurtful and then completely erase it from your recollection.
that's because as a middle child, I was abused.
Oh my God.
So I have no, not, I have
Sarah-
no filter.
Sarah Beth said, "In what reality, Judy, is that okay?"
In my reality, that's what it is.
And there it is.
She was abused.
She was abused as a child,
mentally. So it's all coming out.
Right.
and we are bearing the brunt.
Well, it has to come out somehow. I can't walk around with it in me forever.
That's
Couldn't
okay.
it come out on the 2 husbands you had?
No,
No?
Well,
that's all
it's
right.
too late for that.
Just remember,
where you're putting
one of
me.
us is going to wind up taking care of you at the end of your
No,
life.
and honestly, it can't be you because you'll go away and be like, "Can you take Grandma and Lola?"
That's true.
And then I'm gonna have them both.
Just for the weekend, Bridge. Just
Yeah,
watch them for
right.
the weekend.
I'd have to put a leash on both of them and let them out.
You have to change my diaper.
Right. It would be a lot.
But,
I could probably just throw chicken in a bowl for both
oh
of you.
God, help me.
Grandma
Oh.
loves that chicken.
No.
God,
that's
it's
very-
the
I could
worst
never eat that.
stuff I've ever smelled in my life.
It's good for dogs, though.
Ugh.
It's cheap.
But it's for humans. That's
It
the
is for
thing.
humans, but I
the
feed
canned
it.
chicken smells worse than
I
any
feed
canned
it to
chicken
my
stuff.
dog because
But what she gives Lola, people buy to put in a salad.
yeah, or feed their
on
kids.
tacos.
It's very
Oh,
potent.
it's disgusting.
Chicken
It's
shouldn't
so-
smell like that.
Actually, I just had like an
Don't-
epiphany, a revelation. Now I know why Lola's water bowl is always bone
Salty.
dry.
Is it
That
salty?
chicken is probably so salty.
You have to get her a low
Did you
sodium.
read
She's
it
gonna
on the
have
back?
a heart attack.
No, I just
No,
thought
she's not.
about
The
it.
Well, you should
I
see
know.
the salt content.
No, Lola,
She will go into severe heart failure and still live till 25.
I am not changing anything I do with Lola because she's fine. She's
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Did you
perfect.
tell him about what she pulled the other night?
Oh yeah,
on
why
the-
don't you tell them what she did?
Oh,
Absolutely
I didn't
perfect.
tell
this
you
is
this,
how well
right?
you're taking care of
This
her.
is how well I'm taking. So, all right. So
Get
I
this.
have a balcony off of my apartment,
But you don't smoke.
It's the second floor.
and
No,
it's
I'm
the
saying
second
don't say
floor.
it
No,
publicly.
and you know, there's a fucking microphone right there, right?
I
Anyway,
hope they don't kick
Is
her
that
out of the
what that
complex for
Yeah.
smoking on the balcony
so there's a balcony.
in the pink buildings.
Facing Moffett Boulevard.
Can I tell the story, please?
Well, don't blame me now if you get kicked out.
Right.
So there's a balcony, and I have the white railing around it. But on the other side of the railing, there's literally about that much space, that like a lip, and I have like a little decorative ceramic bird out there, whatever.
An ashtray.
And my friend Terry Ann and I were sitting out there, and we're talking, and all of a sudden, Terry Ann's facing out, and I'm in the chair facing her, and she goes like this. And I go, "What's the matter?" And she goes, and she points, and I look over, and Lola is on the other side of the railing, like the flying Melendez doing a tightrope walk.
Oh my God.
And now I have to be calm, because if I'm not calm and she gets spooked, she'll go
Fly to her little
right over from the second floor.
But she'd be fine.
She would have landed
She
on her feet.
probably would have.
broken her little paws.
She wouldn't have. She probably would have bounced. Did you ever see her jump off my bed? She jumps literally straight up and over and lands on
Your
all
bed
four
is
feet.
4
bush.
feet.
Well,
oh
she-
my.
She would have landed in a hydrangea.
Which honestly might have been a little funny, but
But
still.
it would have been funny if she was
If she was
okay.
okay.
But then I had to go over and I had to move the plant because there's only one spot, and the little bitch found it. Now I gotta jimmy it so she can't get through there anymore. But I had to be like, "Come here, Lola. Come here, Lola," and she's like this. Because she thinks she's in trouble. And I'm like, "No, you're good. Come here, Lola. Come here."
Did she have to turn around or did she
No,
back
she
in?
had already. she had already turned.
Oh my god.
Because she went out the corner, and the only way she could have gone was to go this way. And then by the time I saw her, she had turned around and was now facing this way.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
9 lives, that dog.
but I got her. Got her.
Neglect.
And I called Bridget, and I told her, and she goes, "And this is
Well-
why you can't have custody of her."
And
Right.
it's a good thing you didn't have a leash on her. She would have been hanging.
Well, she has a harness, so I don't have a collar around her. She wouldn't have choked.
Well,
It's a miracle she's still alive.
She would have been like bungee jumping if she had the harness on.
It is.
Right.
And yes, Paul, new ring. Thanks for noticing. He just
He missed-
tuned
he
in.
missed that
He missed
segment.
the whole
can
ring
rewind and we'll
conversation. He
talk
can
about the
watch
ring.
it. But yes.
Do you have anything to plug before you leave?
I do actually. Why don't you, do you have stuff to plug?
Well, my birthday's next week. if
Yes, it
anybody
is.
Cares about that? I want to say happy birthday to me.
do you remember
On the
my
12th.
birthday in Italy?
Oh, here we go.
I
Forgot,
have
my birthday's not next week. It's canceled. My
I have
birthday's
a
canceled.
comedy show in Island Park on September 27th. And I have
Well, we have the Stereo Garden on
I
September
hate
27th.
this
All
part
right, that's
because
good.
I feel so useless. I have nothing to plug.
so I don't know
Alright.
exactly September
Okay, I'm
27th. It's in
exhausted.
Island
Well,
Park.
You're working.
I don't have all the details, but it's 4060 Austin Boulevard, so that's something,
Okay,
right?
great.
That's something. I'll get more details and probably
More
a
details
poster.
towards the end of September.
And then, of course, don't forget the Almost Gala for Laughter Saves Lives, November 22nd.
Yes.
You can go on laughterSavesLives.org and you can buy your tickets. It's a comedy show, and all money and proceeds go to help the families of first responders and people who are in need. And what was really nice is, I'll wait till he puts it up. Go ahead, Bobby, put that one up. Laughter Saves. Nope, not that one.
above it.
Yep, that's it. There it is. And look, that's the new poster. There it is.
Oh,
I'm
there
on the
you
end
are.
there. I'm performing. Rich Walker is performing.
Where are you on the end?
On the end with the short curly hair.
That's you?
It's, well, they photoshopped my face into something.
Oh.
And we did do a fundraiser a couple of weeks ago for a woman who they lost their home in a fire, and then her husband passed away while they were in the middle of renovations. And Laughter Saves Lives raised like $5,000 for this woman, which isn't going to help with the renovations of the house. to bring it to what it needs to be, but it is a little bit of help for her. So they do really good work. They do good work. So that's it. Stay tuned. We'll let you know if these two are going to wimp out or if they think they can handle the show. Maybe we'll get them a guest so that they have, a guest that they can talk to. But
Ciao, Nabalidans.
ciao, Nabalidans. And stay tuned for Laughter Saves Lives Live following this show. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And we will see you next week, whether it's a repeat or live.
Arrivederci.
Ciao, Bella.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.